All right, let's dive in. The world of AI is, well, it's a lot. It's crowded, it's confusing, but it's also absolutely fascinating. So today, we're going to cut through all that noise. We're going to break down every major AI model so you know exactly which tool to grab for which job. Ready? Let's do this. GPT, Gemini, Claude. Does your head ever just spin trying to keep track of all these names? If it does, you're not alone. It feels like there's a new model dropping literally every single week. But here's the good news. Stick with me, and by the end of this, you're going to have a super clear map of the whole AI landscape. Promise. Okay, but first, before we get into the big names, we need to fix one thing that most people get wrong. And honestly, getting this right is the key to understanding everything else we're going to talk about. And this is it, right here. People say, I used ChatGPT, but ChatGPT isn't the actual AI. The model is the AI. Think of GPT as this giant, powerful brain, and an app, like ChatGPT, is just the door you use to talk to that brain. You could have lots of different doors, but they all lead to the same brain. Make sense?
So what's actually happening inside these brains? Well, it's kind of simple at its core. You feed them a truly mind-boggling amount of text, like books, websites, pretty much the whole internet. From all that, they just learn the patterns of language. So when you ask it something, all it's really doing is predicting the next most likely word, and then the next, and the next. It's basically just autocomplete, but an autocomplete that's been chugging energy drinks and has read everything ever written.
Okay, now for the main event. When it comes to all-purpose AI, you've really got two titans slugging it out for the top spot. We're talking about OpenAI's GPT versus Google's Gemini. First up, we've got GPT. This is the one that really kicked off the whole AI explosion we're living through right now. You can think of it as the well-rounded champion, the one that tries to do a whole lot of different things and does them really, really well.
So, GPT-5.2? Yeah, it's an absolute powerhouse for things like writing, coding, or analyzing data. But its real secret weapon, its superpower really, is its massive ecosystem. It's got tons of plugins that let it do almost anything. And it's not just about text. It taps into DALL-E to create images and Sora to create video, making it this whole creative suite all in one place.
And in the other corner, you have the challenger, Google's Gemini. Now, Google has put its full weight behind this thing, and it's not just playing catch-up anymore. In some really important ways, it's actually pulling ahead.
Gemini's big play is how deeply it's woven into all the Google stuff you already use, like Gmail and Docs. But check this out. It has a context window of up to 2 million tokens. Now, tokens are basically pieces of words. What this means is you could feed it an entire novel, and it would remember what happened on page 1 by the time it gets to the end. That's a huge deal. Oh, and it's got a zippy little version called Gemini Flash, which is perfect for just those quick, everyday questions.
So this really boils down the fundamental difference, right? It's a question of philosophy. Do you want a powerful, separate platform that you can build on with all sorts of plugins, which is GPT's approach, or do you want an equally powerful brain that's just there, baked right into the tools you use every single day? That's the Gemini approach. It really comes down to how you like to work.
But look, it's not just about these two giants. Far from it. Some of the coolest AI models out there are actually specialists. They're not trying to do everything. They're designed to be the absolute best at one specific thing. Let's check them out.
Meet Claude from a company called Anthropic. This one is a huge favorite with developers. You've got Opus 4.6 for the really gnarly, complex coding problems, and then Sonnet 4.5, which is kind of the daily driver. You know what people love about Claude? It's a bit less of a yes man. It's not afraid to tell you your idea is kind of bad, and honestly, that can be super, super helpful.
And yeah, the specialist field is getting pretty packed. You've got Grok, which plugs right into X so it knows what's happening in real time. Then there's Perplexity, which is a dream for researchers because it always cites its sources, it shows you the receipts. And you have things like DeepSeek, an open source monster for math and coding that, get this, you can actually run on your own computer.
And that brings us to this idea of open source, which is what models like DeepSeek and Meta's Llama are all about. This quote nails it. Your AI, your rules, and your electricity bill. What it means is you can literally download the model and run it on your own machine. When you do that, you have total control. No subscriptions, no API fees, and maybe most importantly, your data stays completely private. It's yours.
All right, so we've been talking a lot about words and code, but AI is exploding in the creative space too. We're talking about AI as a partner that can generate jaw-dropping images, videos, you name it.
So if you want to create images, which one do you pick? It really depends on what you're trying to do. You want that gorgeous, artistic, almost cinematic look? Midjourney is still the king.
You just want something easy that works right inside ChatGPT? DALL-E 3. You need the AI to follow your instructions exactly? Check out an open source model called Flux. And if you want to get under the hood and have total, granular control, that's Stable Diffusion, all the way.
Now, when we get to AI video, there's a pretty clear choice you have to make right now. It's quality versus speed. On one hand, you have OpenAI Sora 2, which produces stuff that is just breathtaking. It's cinematic. The physics are realistic. It's incredible. But on the other hand, what if you need to crank out 5 social media videos before lunch? That's where a model like Kling 2.6 comes in. It's built for speed, even generating the audio and sound effects for you.
Okay, so let's peek over the horizon. What's next? Well, the whole game is changing. We're moving away from just chatting with AIs and moving towards deploying AI agents, AIs that can actually go and do things on their own.
And this is a massive shift in thinking. A chatbot gives you information. You ask for a lasagna recipe, it gives you a recipe. An AI agent does the work for you. It finds the best recipe, it checks your smart fridge to see what ingredients you're missing, and then it goes online and orders them for you. You see the difference? It's advice versus action.
But, and this is a big but, we got to keep our expectations in check. These agents are super powerful, but they're not foolproof. Not yet. I love this quote. Think of them like interns. They can save you a ton of time. Sometimes they'll blow you away with what they come up with, but you still have to double-check their work. Because, man, they can do the wrong thing with incredible confidence and speed.
All right, we have covered a ton of ground. So let's pull it all together. Let's build your personal AI toolkit. The big question, which AI should you actually be using?
Here you go. This is your cheat sheet. Need a quick answer to something? Use Gemini Flash. Doing some serious coding? Claude Sonnet is your new best friend. Writing a research paper and needs sources? Perplexity, no question. Want to create some beautiful artistic images? Midjourney. Really care about privacy and want total control? Run an open source model like Llama on your own machine. And if you just need a powerful do-it-all workhorse, GPT 5.2 is still a fantastic choice.
And honestly, this might be the single most important tip I can give you. The real trick isn't to go find the one perfect AI. Don't marry one model. The best approach is to build a small toolkit of 2 or 3 different ones for different tasks. I mean, think about it. You don't use just one app for everything on your phone, right? You shouldn't use just one AI for everything either.
So where does this all leave us? As these tools get more and more powerful, that line between being a creator and being a prompter is just dissolving. It's getting blurrier by the day. And it really makes you wonder, right? What happens next? What new skills will we need? What new jobs will exist when anyone can have the power of a film studio or a team of software developers right at their fingertips? It's a big question.